And so, hello and welcome back. So we have another magic 15 minutes, and today I'm joined with actually Lyndsey. Hi, Lyndsey.
Hi, Paula.
Lyndsey. Hi. And thanks for coming on. And now you and I, we've been working together for a little bit now, but we've known each other for much longer than that, haven't we? So do you want to just share how we ended up meeting? Because it wasn't directly, was it?
No, it was through Carol's tech editing introductory courses. So I originally took Carol's introduction to crochet tech editing back in February 21. I was just coming back to work after some time off. I was really poorly with COVID, and I'd had a lot of time to reflect about what I wanted out of life.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd seen Carol's kind of pop-ups come through Facebook, and I was like, I'm a data analyst by the day job. I love my crochet knitting. This job sounds perfect. So I was like, I just go to the introductory course just to see what it's like. And as I said at that time, I was just coming back. So I was only working part-time at work, and it was just too much for me to do the full course.
Yeah.
So I kind of saved up a bit for the next few months, and then I joined the September intake for the crochet tech editing course. So I redid the introductory one, and yeah, my brain clearly wasn't there in the February one. There was loads of stuff that I missed and kind of relearned on the introductory course, and then went on to do the full course, and loved it so much that I then had the opportunity kind of the following, I think it was February, maybe January. So the January this year, I then did the full knitting course. So I've done both courses, but yeah, I'm focusing really on the crochet side of things. But yeah, so I very first met you on that early one, but been chatting with you ever since.
Yes. Well, I mean, I wouldn't guess actually that crochet was your passion, you know, from your t-shirt. So just because, yeah,
Like
there you go. Love it. Love it. We're not selling t-shirts, by the way.
Definitely. I mean, knitters get all the fun, they get all the good designs, and I love my knitting, but crochet is really what has my heart.
Amazing, amazing. So, you know, tell us about, you know, what do you do? You know, where is your passion? You know, you told us you're a data analyst in your job.
Yeah.
So
yeah, my day job.
Your day job. So what's your fun job then?
So my fun job is a crochet tech editor. So that kind of blends together the techie analytical problem solving side of my skill set from my day job, but obviously combines that with my passion that I have for crochet. I mean, when I talk about crochet, I love all of it. I love the granny squares. I love the boho looks that people wear at festivals. I love what people call hideous outfits when you see them come through. Oh, can you make me this as a bit of a joke with all the crochet shorts on men and things? When people make really delicate wedding dresses. I love crochet for everyday wear. I love the summer tops. I love the big chunky cardigans, everything. Like if it's made by crochet, I'm interested. I want to know more. And I particularly love crochet garments. I love all the accessories as well, but yeah, crochet garments is my thing.
Wow. So why do you do what you do?
For me, it's that I love problem solving, and you know, I've got that analytical brain, so that even, you know, I've seen patterns in the past where you've got partway through going, that just doesn't add up. Those numbers don't match. That just doesn't work with what they've done. And I've then kind of rewritten the pattern to make sure that it does then work to get done, or I've fudged it because, you know, I know what I know about crochet.
Is that a technical term, fudging it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. You just fudge it. You kind of you get to the, you know, you've counted it 3 times and you've got the correct number of stitches that you need based on the pattern, but you've still got 3 stitches and a pattern repeat to go for another motif. So you just make another one and kind of fix it on the next round. You know, you fudge it.
Fudge it. Fabulous. So what gives you that happy tingly feeling, Lyndsey?
So for me, I've done a number of different tech edits so far, and seeing when a designer has the thought and the grace to credit you in their pattern is just brilliant. Tech editors are often the one of the hidden parts of the machine that goes into creating a good crochet pattern. So designers, obviously, they put all the hard work in initially, and they create and they have the vision about exactly what they want to design. You've got, you know, professional photographers, which will often get photo credits for the works that they've done, especially on professional photo shoots. you know, you'll have testers, which are often kind of shouted out as, oh, this is my group of testers that have tested this pattern. Nobody really shouts about their tech editors and the important work that they do. So seeing your name kind of imprinted as a thank you and a credit on a pattern, it's just lovely. It's really kind of, let's change that in the industry, because it's not very fair, is it?
I think actually, you know, I mean, there's a lot, there's a lot to, you know, for the tech editor to be credited with it, you know, because I mean, if the pattern, I presume, if the pattern isn't any good, and like you said, if you then have to kind of start fudging things, it's something then which you kind of, that reflects back on the designer, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
So
And if designers can release patterns that are well written and they are clear of any errors, they are consistent throughout with their formatting and the terminology that they use, then when a tech edit is done well, it's invisible to the end user. So the end crocheter doesn't see any of that. But if there's that random capitals in place or the punctuation slightly off, crocheters will pick up on that and it throws them off and they go, oh, that doesn't feel quite right. So when it works well, it's invisible because it all works smooth and seamlessly. So I think that's why sometimes we get forgotten a little bit.
mhm. So I just want to know actually, I mean, before you then went into tech editing, you know, would it be, or before you, I mean, there must have been a learning period where you kind of learned the whole fudging it to kind of make it work. But I
Yeah.
mean, what was it apparent to you even, you know, a few years ago that there were problems in patterns? I mean, would it stop you from finishing something, I'd imagine?
It wouldn't stop me. I've been studying crochet for a long time. I've very close to the end of part one of the International Crochet Diploma, which is taught by Pauline Turner. She's internationally renowned. I did the Centre of Excellence Diploma in Crochet, so I've passed that one. So I know about the technicalities and the nuts and bolts of crochet structures and how it should work from a technical perspective that way anyway. So adding the tech edited on top was just kind of the cherry on the top for me. But yeah, because I had that understanding around this is how the stitches should work, this is how a circle needs to be done so it lays flat rather than turning into a ball shape, having that understanding already can really help when you're going, well, that picture that is on the pattern doesn't look anything like what I'm creating here. And sometimes you refer more to the picture than you do to the actual words, because sometimes the words bear no resemblance to what actually the picture is. And I've had people come to me with a picture to go, I've seen this, can you make it? And I'll go, yeah, and I can just make it in crochet just from the picture because of that, which is why actually I taught myself how to knit in 2011, because I felt I'd done everything I could in crochet. It wasn't a challenge anymore. Everything I did, I was like, yeah, that's just dead easy. So I was like, right, I need to learn how to knit. So then I learned lace and cables and all, you know, all the rest of it. And then I really got into my knitting for a while, but then I always come back to crochet because that's what I really enjoy. And I really, you know, I want to champion the craft, because we are often seen as a poor relation to knitting sometimes.
I love that, a poor relationship. Great. So, I mean, Lyndsey, I'm wondering actually, you know, what would be your advice to somebody that is, you know, in the same as you? They have their job, because you still have your job,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
they also have their passions and their loves, you know. What would you say to that somebody that's kind of looking at you going, well, it's okay for her, she was all right, she could do it, you know? What advice would you give that person that wants to maybe also take their fun thing and make it work for them in terms of a job?
Yeah, I would say they need to be bold and be brave and reach high. I mean, when I first started looking at this, my brain really wasn't in a very good place. I was suffering really badly with brain fog and fatigue. And over the last year, 18 months, I still suffer with fatigue, but the brain fog bit by bit has lifted. So just take your time with it. But actually, if you really want something and something really fires that energy inside you, then nothing's going to stop you. Health concerns or, you know, busyness with family life or day jobs or anything like that. If it's something that you really want, then you'll find a way to do it somehow. It might have taken me a lot longer to get to where I am because of those things, but I'm still moving forward every week.
Fabulous, fabulous. Okay, I want to know, and everybody watching this as well wants to know, to make you a little bit more normal, Lyndsey. Give us a fun fact about you.
Fun fact, I love my Birkenstocks. This very first started in 2005. I can tell you when my love affair started with them. Me and my husband had gone on holiday in February. I'd taken some new trainers with me, which were leather, and it rained most of the holiday. So we were going from bar to bar, to tapas, you know, just a young couple away on holiday. And those trainers were expensive, but they cut my feet to ribbons. And I got that fed up of them. We went into a local shop and I was like, oh, those sandals were just a bar across the front, nice and flat, molded fabric, because I've got really high arches. And they were called a Madrid. I was like, it's meant to be the Madrid sandals in Madrid. I'm going to buy them. They were a bit more expensive than I'd normally pay for sandals, but my feet were that miserable from these trainers that I was like, I'm just going to buy them. I just bought them. And you know what? I love them from the off. So the Madrids, I've probably ended up with 6 different colours over the years. I've got multiple colours in Arizonas. I've got a pair of Birkies on right now, which are closed toes. Just, you know, I have most styles in at least one colour. I don't have everything because that would just be a bit ridiculous. But yeah, most of the sandal styles I have. And I've started going back into the office now. And over lockdowns and stuff, I mean, previously I used to wear heels for the office all the time. That's just what I wore, because I've got high arches, so actually heels are quite comfortable for me. But after wearing Birks for the past 3 years, pretty much working from home, I've gone out and bought a rather expensive pair of closed toe suede, like with a buckle across, shoes for work. So I now have really smart Birks for work. And you know what? They're my pride and joy. They're this blush pink colour. They're not everybody's style. And I'm like, do you know what? I'm at the age where I don't care anymore. I love them and they will make me happy. They tick the boxes for, you know, the dress code at work. Yeah. But you know what? I'm going to be wearing Birks.
Wow. There you go. You see, not everybody has that.
See, when I go into something, I go all in.
You do go all in. Lyndsey, could you just show us what's on your arm? Because I don't know, not many people know about this, okay? But can we just have a look?
Not, you mean my crochet knitting tattoo?
Yes. And another fun fact about that. Do you want to tell us what that is?
So obviously, when you are creating a business, you need a logo. So I was playing around with all the different kind of free logo generators and stuff, and I didn't like any of them. And I glanced down at my wrist and went, oh, that would work. So I had to try, because obviously it's 3D, and I had to try and get it flat, and had to try and get a black and white photo of it and change the contrast and things. So I spent hours tinkering around with a photo of that. But that's actually my business logo.
Amazing, so, amazing. It's like, who are you?
All mine.
This is me. This is me.
That's my superpower.
Amazing, amazing. So, I mean, what is your plan for this year, Lyndsey?
So my plans are really quite big, and I'm being brave. So I'm planning on growing my tech edit business, taking on new clients. I would like to get some more regular clients, and my aim for the end of this year is to be earning enough from my tech editing so I can drop a day a week at my day job. That's what I'm working towards.
Amazing.
It sounds a bit scary when you say it out loud, but I'm being brave.
It's just a day. It's just a day. It's not the whole thing. It's just a day.
Yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm working on the first 20%.
Amazing, amazing. So attached to this, there will be a freebie download. Do you want to just share people with, you know, let them know what they can grab from you for free?
Yeah, absolutely.
I love free things.
Doesn't everybody? Free's always better.
Free's good.
Yeah. So obviously over my time of tech editing, lots of different patterns and different styles of patterns, there's some common themes which come up of some really common mistakes that occur in patterns. So I've put all of these together in a PDF download that just kind of go through, these are the common mistakes. So if you're an independent designer, or if you're a relatively new designer and you think, oh, I just want to have a bit of a cross check, you know, you can go download it and it'll give you a few pointers where you need to check where you might have made a mistake. But even if you're a more experienced designer, you know, having that kind of checklist of, oh, are those things stuff that I may have missed, I think is really handy to have. You know, it's just a helpful little tool to use.
Yeah, well, I think if you know these things, it's, you know, it's really important to be able to share your knowledge of it. So well done to you. And if people don't want your freebie download, where can they find you? So
you can find me via my website, artisancrochetdesigns.com, and they can find me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm on Twitter, and I've just started LinkedIn this week.
amazing.
I don't have many followers, so if you find me, come say hello.
Fabulous, fabulous. Well, Lyndsey, I mean, I just want to say thank you. I mean, not many people get the opportunity or feel brave enough to be able to take their passion and turn it into a business. And I really, you know, I really champion everybody that I work with for doing that, because I just think that it's such a brave move. So well done to you. I think you're just fantastic. I love everything about you and your story. And if you guys want to know about Lyndsey's story and more in depth in terms of who she is and how she got there and what makes her so unique, okay, you need to join her mailing list and you will find out all about Lyndsey. So go and grab her PDF. You'll end up joining her mailing list that way, and you get something for free as well. And that just leaves me to say, Lyndsey, thank you so much. It's been a huge pleasure to have you on the 15 minutes today. And yeah, and if people need to contact you, you know, go find you, yeah? Website,
absolutely.
social media, anything. All right. Yeah, good. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks,
And yeah, I look forward to I always hear back from what's going on with these, so I look forward to hearing lots of things back from these. So till next time, thanks. Bye.
Bye.